to this another video where I'll be showing you how to identify your market structure. So without wasting much time, don't forget to like, share, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. So how to identify market structure has made my trading very easy and simple at the point where I'm only interested in identifying or trading the market structure, because that's how the market is simply behaving. So in order for you to do what, to understand what you have to do at a certain point, you have to understand what language is the market actually telling you at that certain point. So we have all heard of this saying to say, let the trend be your friend. That's what we're going to be simply looking at this particular video. So for me, I only trade two market structures in the market. That's a bullish market structure and as well as a bearish market structure. So before I do anything, I firstly have to make sure I understand market structure. What do we mean, or what do I mean rather when I say market structure? What is market structure? So market structure simply means market direction or the behavior of the market in a given direction or trend. So as you can see, for those that have watched my previous videos, I've talked about support and resistance and all that. So I simply first identify my highest point and what lowest point of the market. When we talk about market structure, we're actually talking about market direction. We have all heard these professional traders telling us to say, let your trend be your friend, always trade according to the trend. Yeah, so that's what we're going to be basically putting into practice right now. So you can see from this particular point to say the market changed direction from that particular point and that particular point. So if I was to zoom in this one, I just bring it. Okay, so we can see from this particular point, sellers have been in charge till this level, which is 127.238. So as the market was going down, we can see we're having a lot of selling pressure, less of buying pressure. Selling pressure, less of buying pressure. So identifying market structure simply has to do with you knowing what momentum or pressure that particular trend or that particular market is trending in. So from here, just by you on your psychological part of market analysis, you're able to say this is a pure downtrend, simply because we can see who's in charge of this particular trend simply by looking at how the market was moving. This to that particular point is longer than this to that. So simply we can tell the sellers and in charge of this particular trend. So now when we talk about market structure, what are we really looking for? We're looking for we're looking for higher highs and higher lows in the market, as well as low highs and as well as lower lows in the market, for us to know what our role is. So when we are talking about higher high and higher lows, this is a pure bullish market structure. And when we're talking about lower lows and lower highs, this is pure downtrend. So understanding this will help you understand what to do at a specific point in the downtrend and where you have to sell, where sellers are likely to jump in, and so on and so forth. So as we have noted down this downtrend here, So that means we are looking for the market to be giving us what? To be giving us low high, low lows. For those that are actually beginners to market structure, the market, when it's in a downtrend, it actually gives us what? It gives us low highs and lower lows. Meaning at this particular high, this is where the beginning of what? A low high in the market. This is the beginning of what? A low high in the market. So we can see that low high, and we also having this lower low here. We just go for the majors. You can see this lower low at this particular point as well. So we had the market started selling from that high, came back to this point. This is another high. This is another high. This is another low. Low, another high there. This is a high. This is a low there. This is another high. This is a low. So we can see that the market continued making its movement in this series, which is identifying as what? As our downtrend market structure. So from there, I've got this other high. From there, we also have this equal high at that particular point. And we have in this low and another low at that particular point. And eventually the market gave us the biggest low, which is the final low at that particular what? At that particular point. This particular point. Okay, so this is actually a downtrending market structure representing what? Representing a lower high, lower low market pattern. So when you simply understand what structure you're trading in and what pattern that specific or that certain market direction gives, it will be easy for you to understand your job in a certain trade. We all know you can't be a jack of all trades where you sell, you buy at. No, let the trend be your friend. So we can see simply by identifying the these patterns that the market creates, it will be easy for me to know where to do it, where to sell from, where to exit from, where to sell from, where to enter from, and where to exit the market from that point. Okay. So simply when we look at this guide of ours, so we're looking to buy from where? We're looking to buy from a higher low. Well, let me just say buy low. Let me do this. Buy low. Sell high. Same applies this one. You're looking to do it to sell high. And buy low. Okay, so this is our guide. Let me just turn it to black. Okay. This is our guide that we're going to be using. Okay. We're looking to do what? We're looking to sell high and buy low. So this is the pattern that we're having in this defined trend here or market structure. So we're looking to sell at the higher point, which is what? Which is a low high. So at this low high, you can, as we have identified our support and resistance, we're able to see that the low high is being formed, or it starts at our resistance. And in my previous videos, I made a video of what support and resistance is. We said always look for selling opportunities at resistance, because this is a tool that helps a trader to identify where sellers are seated. So once you understand where your sellers are seated and the aim of those sellers, you'll be able to understand what action to make when you're at that point, what action to make at that point, what action to make there, as well as there, and that particular point. So sellers are looking to sell from what? From a low high in a downtrend. So as a result, it has helped me to identify my market structure and what I have to do. So my major trend at this particular point is what? It's a downtrend, simply by looking at market structure. So I'm looking to take my selling opportunities from where? From a low high. So as long as the market hasn't reached my low high or at resistance there, I won't be making any entry. So understanding about market structure will help you to make unnecessary entries, where you start looking for what? You start looking for selling opportunities at this particular point. Because let me say, it will help you also to avoid unnecessary mistakes of where you start making selling opportunities from there, simply because the market is going down. No. For a person that understands market structure, will be able to tell, to say, I can't make selling opportunities at that particular point. Despite the market going down, I have to wait for a proper time for me to make my execute, or to jump into the market. This is a moving train. You have to wait for a specific station. And the station where we're waiting for, it's where at this particular point. We're looking to exit our selling opportunities, which were at that particular point, exit from there and wait for the market to come at our favorable station or area, or level, which is 138.201. So as the market is coming down, it has helped me to understand, to say the market is about to create a lower low at support. So in order for me to see the market sell, it's after the market gives me what? Gives me a low high. Where am I expecting my low high to be? I'm expecting my low high to be where? At my broken level, which was previous support, and now it is what? Resistance. So from there, if I was to make an entry from this particular point, and also referring back to my previous video on support and resistance, we talked about support and resistance and how you can put your stop loss, and as well as put your TP. So at this particular point, this level, I can use this level. If I was to swing this trade, I can use this level to be my TP1, and as well as this point to be my TP2. So if we made an entry from this particular point, we would have actually made a lot of profit simply by using what? Simply by using market structure. So let's say if our entry was at that particular point, would have actually made 700 plus pips from UJ or USD JPY, just by simply using what? Market structure. So market structure is very easy when you get to understand it and understand why you are using or why you're identifying market structure. It helps you to do what? To make to wait for the market at the area of your interest, and to be patient, because you know, to say I have to sell at the low high and look for buying opportunities from a lower point. So sell high, buy low. Basically, that's the rules of the game. So from here, we can see the market gave us that particular point. If we were to shade this point, we have in a zone. So this is my zone at that particular point. We can see after the market breaking out from this particular point, we have to wait. We can't sell from there. As a result, we have to look for selling opportunities after the market gives us what? A low high. Where are we looking for our low high to be? We're looking for our low high to be at that particular point. So from there, we can see the market nicely came back. This was a good opportunity for buyers to make their money. So we can see this nice pullback from there into the zone. From there, would have made another entry from that particular point. From that particular point, stop loss above our zone or above our resistance. From there, you can see we would have made actually good profits from here. This was a straight drop simply by you and identifying what market structure. How many pips are at this particular point? We entered below that point, coming to this point, that would be 400 pips simply by using what? Market structure. From there, we can see the market came back, meaning this point, this zone here was actually a strong one, was a strong zone. So this was acting as a strong demand zone, or let's just say zone, so we don't confuse ourselves. So this was acting as a strong zone where we can see the market coming up, giving us another market retest back to this particular point. So buyers were really interested in doing what? In pushing the market further, but due to the market structure we are in, sellers had a higher momentum than the buyers. So as we all know, forex market, it's a battle between the buyers and the sellers. So from here we can see the buyers were fighting their way up and sellers were fighting their way up as well. So from there we wait for a rejection. We had the rejection at that particular point. If we made that entry, let's just say below this particular point, after waiting for some confirmations, stop loss above our resistance. We can see from there we would have used this as our TP1, or this as our TP1, TP2, and finally an overall of what? TP3. So this, as you can see, would have made from here to here. We're talking about having, let's just say 300 pips, and TP2, that's 400 pips, and our overall TP, that's 600 plus pips, simply by you looking for what? For market structure, or rather identifying market structure and knowing your position in that market structure. In our forex market, we always have to identify what the high probability trade is and a low probability trade is. Why are we having such a big return from our little investments, or how can we actually aim for these big pips just by risking less? Because these were high probability trades, of which they would have made us some good cash into the market, rather than us making mistakes and selling where we are not supposed to do it, to sell in the forex market. So from here, this is our last stop, which we can see. This is our last stop where we can see the market dropping to. Okay, this is our last stop where we can see the market dropped to, which is 127.238. From there we can see the buyers really started taking charge. From there the market came down, and from there it came down to that particular point. So this was quite a strong zone as well. We had multiple tests from that particular point. So the market came down to pick up some momentum to the upside. From there we can see this strong push to the upside, which enabled the buyers to break above, this zone. So from here, what are we going to look out for? So if we were to introduce trend lines at this particular point, where we are going to say, so this is how. So from here, let me just say, how can you know that this is the end of this structure, or this is the end of this market structure? Simply by doing what? Simply by understanding this simple trend line rule. Okay, so it is not an uptrend unless the market breaks out. It is not an uptrend unless the market breaks above this trend line. Or rather, as long as the market is below this trend line, we are looking for what? Selling opportunities. It's not an uptrend unless the market does what? Unless the market breaks above, of which we can see the market broke above, came back to give us a good retest at this resistance zone. Okay, so this is where buyers took charts from as a confirmation of this breakout of this previous structure. So from here, simply you get to understand to say the market has changed structures from what? From a low high to what? To higher heights. So the market is looking to push higher, of which we can see this point as the starting point for a low, high, low. Let's take, so we can see this high and another low here, high, then the market came down from here. So from here to that particular point, the market was in an uptrend. So let us try to quickly identify this particular point. So this is how you can simply identify to say the market has changed structures, simply by using your trend lines and looking at the patterns as well. So the market broke above my, or the candle started closing above my trend line, which is my resisting trend line. That means that's disrespected my resisting trend line. From there, we had the confirmation of a retest, confirming to say we are no longer in a downtrend, but rather we are now starting a new structure, which is an uptrending market structure. From here, we're able to see the market giving us higher high, and another higher high, and another higher high there. From there, we can see the market coming back, as a result giving us a higher low. And another low at that particular point. So we were looking to do it to swing low and swing high. So from here, our buying opportunities would have been from this particular point, aiming for this point to be our TP. So this was our fulfilled TP from there. Okay, that was what our TP. This was, how many pips was this? We'll just zoom in. This was our entry was about this line coming in the particular point. This was 350. Let's just say 300 plus pips would have been yours if we were to see this setup earlier. So from there, we can see the market doing what? We can see the market. We're able to see the market came a bit down. That was a minor support, which I helped the market push up. As a result, the market was still in this zone trying to push to break above. From there, it broke above, came back to this line. As a result, we are looking to buy above this particular point, or look for a good suitable risk management within that zone. So I'm looking to just expand this one. looking to make an entry from there. We can see this candle push the downside, rejected above our entry at that particular point. It's a there where we aimed for a new high. That level, stop loss below our zone. Okay. So from there, we can see the market pushed all the way to that particular point, giving us what? Giving us some good money, which was a 200 plus pips from here to that particular point. From there, we can see a good market retest, which actually gave us what? A low at this particular point. Okay. So from there, we can see the market giving us a good zone as well. And a good zone at that particular point where we made our entry from there. I mean, to go back to that particular level. Okay. Stop loss below this particular point. So from there, you're able to see how the market actually gave us some nice buying momentum from that particular point after collecting what's liquidity from there, enabling us to have all this food to ourselves, which is a 200 as well. So 200 on this one and 200 on this one, making us to have what? 400 plus pips. So we had 400 plus pips on this particular point, where we can see from there the market came back down with a strong selling opportunity, which actually tells us to say this bullish trend here ended at that particular point. If we were to introduce our trend line from there, we can see the market actually came below this point. So as long as the market is above our supporting trend line, we are looking for buying opportunities. If the market gets below this particular point, then the market is looking to do what? Is looking to create a new structure. That's a bearish market structure. While previous was what? A bullish, and now the market has created a bearish market structure, giving high opportunities to sellers. That's why we can see strong selling opportunities and short buying opportunities at that particular point. This was a good point, a good selling point. So from here, from what we looked at previous here, you're able to identify why we are selling from that particular point using market structure. So this is what I had for you today, guys. I'm still going to make more videos on this one, just running out of time at this particular point. So I hope this is quite helpful to you. Make sure you like, comment, share, and mostly don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, if it's your first time on this channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button. So this is what I had for you guys today. Thank you for joining. Have a blessed